Good morning. This is Monday, and this will be a very ranting episode. That's right. This is the Morning Rant, the show in which I talk about my life as a TV commercial director and software developer while I then commute from my home to the office. Why this is a rant? But first of all, I have to apologize because I think it's at least 2 months since my last episode, but I had a very intense period in my job. I finished a TV commercial, I'm finishing another one. I did 2 pharmaceutical videos and some social media communication for another client. So, full of stuff. And then during the summer, I released the AI metadata extension for Transcriber. It was very good. I think this is an app inside an app, a very powerful and strong and complete app. I don't know if complete is the right word, but almost complete, but very powerful and full of feature app inside another app. The response was quite good. I had some very interesting feedback because the fact that you have to insert your API key of OpenAI means that pay something like $10 to OpenAI to start using this extension. But once you do this, the possibilities are very endless. I'm quite proud of myself. We had a lot of purchases, so yeah, good for me. And then right after the summer, starting in September, I started thinking about do a radical change to Disk Content AI, and that's the focus of this episode. Disk Content AI is my upcoming app. It's a disk catalog app. You scan your hard drives, and then you can find all the files you have in the hard drives, but you can search for media and the content. And because the application uses several artificial intelligence models to catalog images, videos, and audio files, semantic research is quite powerful, it's quite good, and it was quite slow. And after the upgrade to Sequoia, macOS 15, more and more crashes and deadlocks in my app during the scan process. And then, once and for all, I decided to rebuild the database from scratch. I took the database, the underlying database, written in Swift Data, which is a wrapper for Core Data, and I destroyed that layer and started using directly Core Data. That means that I had to take care of more things that I had to before, but now we have 10 times more possibilities, and the search is something like 10 to 25 times faster, and the app is quite responsive. I have something like 1.2 million files, and the search is immediate. Even if the app is running the media scan in background while you are searching. So I think it's something that's so powerful and so snappier. And I blame myself because I should have done this months ago, something like in April. I fear that I wasn't able to do this, that I have to rebuild the app from scratch. But I was quite smart, and I separated the layer of the application and the database, and so I had to change something in the middle, and it took me something like 3 or 4 days of hard work. But in the end, it was worth the effort. So you can say, are you ready to ship this app? And that's the rant of today. Well, I am the number one customer of this app because I use it every day. I scan all my drives, and I stress this app a lot because I want to be the worst case scenario. Because if I am the worst case scenario, if I am the worst case user, then everyone else will be okay with this app. Because I use this app since February, I continue to have ideas about how can I make this app better, because no apps is perfect. You can continuously refine it and add the ideas and add the features. I know that this is wrong in a startups phase, in a 1.0 version phase. But if you use this app for 6-8 months, then you have ideas. If you use it every day, you continue to have ideas on how to improve this app and make the life of the customer, of the first user, easier. And that's the reason I added a new feature that can catalog the images and videos on an aesthetic score. This is a brand new model introduced by Apple in Sequoia, macOS 15. It's a parameter, it's a single percentage parameter that tries to define how much a photo is beautiful. And so I started using this new parameter for the classification. Using this new parameter, I say to myself, okay, when I search for photos or videos, let's not search all the results from descending date, but even from descending order using aesthetic. So you can find the most beautiful photos first and then the other ones. And so I had to add a new control, a single icon that is a single switch that allows the user, that allows you to change from sorting by date to sorting by aesthetic. And this is another control, this is another stuff. You can search filtering aesthetic by value. Let's say, show me only the photos that has a aesthetic score higher than 70%, let's say. So I continue adding stuff, adding elements to the interface. And someone of you close to me, said to me, you have to keep it simple. User can be distracted or can fear this complex interface. Keep it simple. And so I must say to you one important thing, maybe the most important thing. Keep it simple is a puttanata, as we say in Italy. I don't know if it's translatable, puttanata, because you will say keep it simple is bullshit, okay? But bullshit is translated in Italy as a stronzata, and stronzata is something that is related to the shit, okay? Okay, that's right. But it's not the same. It's quite different. You can translate this with something like puttanata is something related to prostitute, the vulgar term for prostitute. But that's not right. It doesn't relate to the prostitute in the common sense, in the common language. If you say this is a puttanata, questa è una puttanata, you're saying something like this is the stupidest thing I ever heard. I can't believe I'm listening to you saying this stupid thing. This is the stupidest thing I ever heard, and you are stupid. This is the meaning of puttanata. And it's quite ridiculous, okay? This is a puttanata. This is something that have no value. It's a puttanata. Okay, let me try to explain why keep it simple is a puttanata. Okay, now I'll show you the app that I use most in my day-to-day job. You recognize it, it's Adobe After Effects. And then this is the second app that I use the most when I do my day-to-day job. You recognize it, it's Final Cut Pro. Do you think they are simple? No. This is Photoshop. This is Microsoft Word or Microsoft Excel. And finally, this is Xcode, the IDE I use to develop all my apps. Are they simple? No, they're not simple. But I think that we can do a differentiation between the term simple and the term easy. Easy and simple maybe can be related, but they are not the same. Keep it simple, meaning take out all the unnecessary stuff, and that's okay for me. But keep it easy is that you can add feature, you can add stuff, but you should make the life of the customer easier. Easy is not simple, and simple is not necessarily easy. My fight when I produce these apps is that I want to give the user the most feature as I can. Maybe this is against the marketing and against the market itself. But if I'm the user of an app and this app allows me to do 80% of what I need and I have to figure out how to do the remaining 20%, it's not frustrating, but it's not liberating. It's not beautiful. If you can do all the stuff with an app, then life is better. And the real fight is not taking out stuff, but layering stuff, layering the possibilities that you can give to the user. So a basic user can have a quite easier and simple path to follow to pursue the core goals of the app. But once the user increased its knowledge of the app, then it should be and it must be easier to understand this new path, the new possibilities, the new features, and easy to apply them. This is the real struggle. Yesterday, I developed one single app, a very simple app. Maybe there's an equivalent of this app everywhere in the mobile market, but I couldn't find it on the desktop market. An app that uses artificial intelligence to find the horizon of a photo and then rotate the photo to have the horizon correctly oriented. Okay, quite simple. The reason, because my mother-in-law asked me to post-produce her photos of the vacations. I owe to my mother-in-law a lot of stuff, and so I say to her, yes, yes, yes. And then I apply filters in a very almost automatical way using Lightroom, but make the photo perfectly balanced with the horizon. It's something that I have to do almost manually using automatic rotation, but it's something that takes me a lot of time because I have to click and then go to the next photo and then click and then go to the next photo and so on. And so if I can rotate automatically all the photos and then do post-production or vice versa, I can save a lot of time. And that's the goal of this simple app. Rotate the photo automatically. If you do one app that does only one thing, it's easier to do a very simple and easy way to do this. But if your app, like mine, like this Altimedia Converter 2, that today has an automatic rotation of the horizon, then this is not a simple app. This is a super powerful app that can do a lot of stuff. And I don't want to make it simple. I want to make it easy for the people to use it, but not simple. Simple is something that does only one thing, and this app does hundreds of things. It's difficult. It's difficult fighting against the rules that someone in marketing put. Keep it simple. Fuck you. Screw you. Go to hell. Keep it simple is not the answer. Keep it simple is a way of pursuing one simple goal. But if you have more than one goal, then you have to change your mindset and shift from simple to easy. And this is the hard stuff. Sorry if I bother you with this rant, but today is Monday morning and there's a lot of traffic. A traffic jam, not even in Milan, but in Cornaredo, a city very, very near to Milan. I just want to return to my bed. Thanks for watching me. If you like this kind of stuff, put like on this video, subscribe to this channel, do all the stuff that you can do, and then maybe comment below, because today I make a strong statement that easy and simple are not the same, and everybody who says keep it simple should go to hell. If you want to comment, and if you don't want, I don't care. I will do this kind of content anyway. See ya. Or maybe, as we say in Italy, ciao ne.